Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another Muslim Gamers podcast. It's been a while since we've met up, and there's been some life things that have happened amongst us, but we're back and we're here to talk about gaming. I am Abdul, filling in as host for Faraj since he's a little under the weather, and we also have Mohammad, Mobeast Gaming. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Thank you for taking the reins this episode.
Of course.
Yeah,
Gotta
if you
stretch a
do
little
well
bit
enough, inshallah, you
sometimes.
could take over permanently.
I don't know. I feel like you do a good job.
Yeah. Takes a little responsibility off of me, so I would
just
welcome
a little
it.
right? Yeah. I'll think about it.
Yeah. How are you doing overall, Abdul? Some life updates and stuff you said, or is it just
Alhamdulillah.
the,
I mean,
the
it's
usual?
it's just usual. It's just been busy with kids, and now my son goes to school now, so it's like a whole every morning routine is just chaos, and like get him to eat as much food as possible, run out the door every single day, and then now my daughter's like going through this phase because she's like, oh, now my brother's no longer here, so I'm like extra wild. So yeah, it's rough. It's rough at the house right now. And like my little one, he's just like it's abused by his older sister all the time, and it's like extra now because she's like taking it out on him of all the changes, and
man, parenting life. I think I did see you gaming a little bit in between.
I did.
Right?
I try to squeeze it in there here and there, but it's been quieter for me.
Okay, cool.
You kind of remind me of Daddy Daycare, the movie with Eddie Murphy. The way you were talking. Sorry, that's what I pictured in my head.
As long as there's no repeat of the bathroom scene.
Dude, that's the thing I'll always remember in my head.
I wonder if
I missed. What do you mean you missed?
I wonder what amount of our audience actually even knows what we're referencing right now.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I mean, hopefully people listening are most likely our age if they're listening to this, so they probably do know. I don't know. If not, we'll watch. It's a good movie.
Hey, leave it in the comments, guys.
Definitely a worthwhile watch. It's wholesome. I want to say it's pretty family friendly.
Yeah, it's I remember I was like a kid. I think it's rated PG, so pretty good. Yeah, Eddie Murphy kid movie. It's not bad.
Yeah. Fun fact: his friend in the movie, Eddie Murphy's friend, Jeff Garland, is the creator of Full House.
No way.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, another 90s kid fact. So,
who even knows? Yeah, I was gonna say, who knows about Full House?
Yeah, I watched Full House. Yeah, that's even older. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some news we want to get through, but first, let's talk about some games that we've been playing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anybody want to start?
Let's go with Fetish.
Sure,
usually goes last all the time, so he's usually host. He goes last. We go first. Let him get a little treat.
Yeah, sure, I could start. So I have been quite sick these past few weeks, and plus I was traveling as well. I went to visit my family in India after like 12 years. And of course, the international flight, the first thing I thought of was Steam Deck time. I get to, plug in my Steam Deck to the seat power and just, game as much as I want. What's funny about my flight to where I was going was there was so much, like, it was, there was always turbulence that happened right at a point where I need to, like, hold the Steam Deck steady. In Red Dead, like right as I'm aiming or something, or if I was playing Halo, right as I'm sniping in to try to take out a jackal is when the plane starts to shake. So yeah, that was a little weird.
What's your optimal way? Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. What's your optimal way to play the Steam Deck on a flight? Because I'm just always trying to figure out, like, what should it be like on the should I have my hands on the tray table in front of me and then play it that way? I feel like then my arms get a little bit numb, but if I just hover, then I get really tired. So I'm like trying to figure out what the best.
So I think it depends on the flights. The one I went on, Cathay Pacific, actually has this like little tray that's above the or that's like, it's like up here instead of the tray table coming down to your lap area. So it's a little bit higher up. So what I did was I had my Xbox One or Series controller with me, just connected that to it, put that up there, and just
That's actually smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It depends on the flight. Some flights don't have that. I've seen those things. It holds the Steam Deck fine. It doesn't fall off.
Yeah, it was actually it was surprisingly pretty sturdy. In fact, I also tried to watch some movies on that flight,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I've gotten bigger or if the seats have gotten smaller over the years.
They have.
But I tried to keep my laptop on the tray table. I couldn't even open it up all the way. Like it was open at like maybe a 40, like a 60-degree angle.
How big is your laptop?
No, it's a small
Oh,
13-inch
okay, never mind.
MacBook.
Never mind.
Yeah.
13-inch. That's surprising. Oh wow.
Super small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I got big or the seats got small. Maybe a little bit of both. Probably leaning more towards the former. But and I tried to balance the laptop on that little thing, and surprisingly it held up pretty well. Yeah, but
I've
yeah.
been trying to get those like glasses, those AR
Oh, the XR
glasses.
glasses.
Dude, I always hit up these companies like, hey, review this and that. Some respond, some don't. I just can't justify to buy it because they
Exactly.
keep
Yeah.
updating them so frequently. I'm like, I don't want to buy it for that price. And I
Have it
feel like
go
that's
obsolete.
yeah. Then you're talking about like Steam Deck plus that. You're talking about like a big price jump, and
Exactly.
was supposed to be like cheap gaming. But yeah, I feel like I want one of those, especially when you're at home with your kid and whatever.
You know, I did see something on the Steam Deck subreddit. I think there is a way to get your MetaQuest working with the Steam Deck as well. Yeah,
they made it where it's like they finally did it for HDMI in, and they did it finally recently. But I don't know. I feel like that's just a lot to carry, and it's like a lot
for a flight,
weight. A lot of weight. Like
weight, and also
don't
like
think
how
so.
long is that gonna last?
Yeah,
Right,
and the
exactly.
whole
No,
point with the AR XR ones, like at least I could see my environment. Like I don't want to be gone. That's a whole different topic. If I talk about Steam Frame, like we wait a little bit on that for another episode, but I'm following that for a long time. But that seems what they're gonna do is a little bit better for that kind of stuff for an actual headset. But yeah, I feel like the XR one's just a little bit more lightweight.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean it for like a plane or whatever. It's just usually people that get a
even
Steam
at
Deck,
home I wouldn't.
like oh, even at home, okay.
I
Because
wouldn't.
I wanted to try it out just to see if it would work, but I do like the idea of not having to crane my neck down while I'm playing or whatever. But at home I have the gaming pillow that attaches to the Steam Deck, so when I lay down, it's just like literally on my
I need to
stomach,
get one of something
completely
like
full lazy.
that. I need to get something like that.
Yeah, that's one of the best purchases I made for the Steam Deck, ironically.
So Halo and Red Dead, right?
Halo and Red Dead. I wanted to get through as much of Red Dead 2 as possible, but I just did not. But I think what's more noteworthy is, of course, Hollow Knight Silk Song finally ended up coming out this year. And I never actually beat through the original Hollow Knight at all. It is a pretty hard game. So at first I started it on my Switch, and I got kind of far, not too far. And then I was like, let me just try it again on the Steam Deck. And the Steam Deck is just obviously a lot better. The frames are a lot more consistent and it's a lot more ergonomic. And then I came across something on Reddit about someone saying, don't sleep, because Silk Song just came out. So we were talking about Silk Song, like, don't sleep on the mods for Silk Song. You can make the game a little bit easier for you without it feeling like you're cheating. And I'm like, so I'm sure there must be some mods for Hollow Knight itself. And of course there were plenty. And there was one, I only installed one mod, and that made the game feel from borderline intimidating to something that I actually enjoy while still being challenging. I still died a bunch of times. Basically what this mod does is you get these charms in the game, right? And you have a certain number of notches, and sometimes certain charms, they could cost like 2 or 3 notches to equip it so that you get the benefit of it. And there's one charm that you kind of need to have equipped at all the time because it shows where your position on the map is. And now with this mod, that charm doesn't take up any notches, along with the one that helps you magnetically receive the money to you. So yeah, I just had a bunch of charms equipped. I still had to kind of make a decision because you only get so many notches. And yeah, ended up beating the game. I got the very basic normal ending, and yeah, it's I love playing Metroidvania type games. And after playing this, I was like, okay, I want to play something else. I tried playing Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm like, this game is just nowhere near as good as Hollow Knight was. Hollow Knight was just absolutely perfect.
I feel like Ori was more slow pace compared to Hollow Knight, right?
It's not just slow pace, but even like some of the controls and everything it's a little bit tricky, and parts of it are a little unintuitive, like when I'm trying
Okay.
to jump to avoid an obstacle or jump to avoid a trap or whatever. At least when I played it on the Steam Deck recently, that's how it felt like. So I don't know, maybe I just need to go back into it. But then so after I came back from my trip, I got pretty sick, and beat through Hollow Knight, and then I was like, I've been wanting to get back to Witcher, so I just started playing Witcher 3, or not started, continued my playthrough of Witcher 3, and I'm probably at the very end of the story. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't played it. I know it's a 10-year-old game, but
Yeah.
even CD Projekt Red have said that a lot of people haven't beaten the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to say I'm pretty close to the ending because I've done some very important things. And in fact, I got to a mission that says, okay, after this, you'll actually lose access to some of your side quests, and you're kind of starting the end of the game. So I got to that point of the game. So um, I'm glad I got there finally. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting through that. And on my retro handheld, I've been playing a bit of Crash Bandicoot 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite of the Crash games, and I am at the fourth like I'm basically playing through the levels to fight the fourth boss on the PS1. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And last but not least, I my birthday is this month, and as a treat to myself and also as a gift from the family, quote unquote.
Wait, October or September?
October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. um Finally got myself a PS5 for myself.
That's
Oh,
Mabruk, man.
Yeah,
nice.
That's Mabruk.
thank you.
Mashallah,
Thank you.
mashallah.
And I know, Mohammad, you are the one that kept bringing this up to start play the Ethan Winters Resident Evil game. So that's probably what I'm going to start next.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that, dude. I'm excited for you to play 7.
Yeah.
7's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I actually just bought a Village today, and Village and 7. I just bought both of those today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say anything because I've already said enough. Just enjoy it. I just enjoy both. They're both so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, but
I'm not a
that's
scary
that's quite a
game
lot
guy. I can't.
at
Okay,
all.
so 8 is not that scary. It's really not. It's just eerie. 7, like there's some moments where you just jump out of the seat. Like not
Okay.
where you're horrified. It's just like it's coming sometimes. You
Mm.
just know, and it's just like it's creepy.
But
But
thankfully
it's
it's a
fun.
lot shorter, right? 7 compared to the others. I've heard it's shorter.
Because it plays different.
Okay.
It can be shorter.
Okay.
It's first person, and it's not as like 4 is so many times you go back and forth in the same area. 7 has that, but it's 7 and 8 like are completely different from like the 2 and 3 and 4 style game.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's fun.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I've been yapping on for quite a bit. So who wants to go next? About what people playing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm playing Hades 2. Finally, it came out on 1.0, and I was like, let's go. Dude, it's so much fun. It is so much fun.
So that's why it popped up on my on my Steam family.
Yeah, no, Hades 2, so fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. The runs are good. I beat one of the runs one time so far. And like the stories,
okay.
yeah, there's so much
You
stories.
beat or almost beat?
No, I beat. Like I cleared.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was ridiculously hard.
I bet.
But yeah,
So how would you say it compares to Hades 1?
It's basically like Hades 1, like in terms of all the fun of Hades 1, more story, more like there's diversity in it, and the weapon choices that you have, and like the world, how it opens up as you play more, and the story is amazing. Like it's good. It's good. Highly recommend.
Are you on the Switch or Steam Deck?
No,
or Steam?
PC.
Okay.
Yeah, Steam. Playing on PC. Just it's been a weekend getaway. I started Borderlands 4, and then I was like, I'll pause, and then
Okay.
Was that also your purchase, right?
No, that was my brother's purchase. So we
okay.
I got Hades 2 and he got Borderlands.
Okay. How did what's your hardware spec, and how did it run for you?
So yeah, I'm waiting for it to get better because I have a 4090 with 9800 X3XC. It ran fine, but it didn't run great. Like it was.
What settings were you using?
I
Like
was.
maxed out,
How was it?
DLSS, frame gen?
I was almost maxed out because I wanted to see what
Okay.
that would happen.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it was like I was getting like 35, 40 frames, and I'm like, dude.
Oh, so you're not using frame gen or DLSS, so you're just keeping it native, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and then I turned DLSS, and then
Okay.
I was getting like 60, and I was like, okay, this is
Okay,
fine.
got it.
Frame gen sucks for it because I don't even know if I should say how it performed on my GTX 1080 with the 8th gen i7. But frame gen added a whole bunch of input lag. Like it was so bad.
Frame gen, as far as I know, is only for 40 series and up, right?
No, there's a setting in Borderlands 4 to turn
Yeah,
on.
but would
frame
you even
generation.
get it if you're not on
Yeah,
a
the toggle was there. I turned it on. The game, the frame rate was a lot smoother, but it just did not.
Huh. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that even because most games will have it. Oh, like you don't have a 40 series or 50 series card. That other games where it'd be grayed out. I couldn't even select it. I mean, it depends on the game. So that could be on their end. They should have like probably maybe cut a pause input lag because I only use it. This is my first generation with frame gen. I don't use it for every game. Like, cause some games like you won't notice, like the frame gen, or some games like it's not like you need it to
It's
be
like a
more
weird
smooth.
ghosting effect, right?
So it depends on the game and how it's implemented. And like if it's a game where, like, if it's a story game that's not too fast paced, like you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if you're playing like a shooter and it's messed with, like I wouldn't even turn it on. Like you just drop, because it just varies on game to game, and sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't tell.
Okay.
So it's still kind of iffy. So I wouldn't even rely on it on a game like Borderlands. I would probably realize more DLSS, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about you?
Space Marine 2, a lot more. They released a lot more multiplayer stuff. Game's a lot of fun. Playing that with friends.
The multiplayer is mainly PvE, right?
There's both, but the main focus of the game is heavily PvE. Like there's a lot more to do. And I did a video on it recently, and I feel like they did a pretty good job making it very reminiscent of like the OG times of multiplayer, where it wasn't just PvP and there was so much you can do in the PvE aspect of it, where it wasn't too gimmicky or grindy. It is grindy, but it's fun. Like it's like Gears of War Horde. Like you go in, upgrade your guy, you want to do different classes and everything. It's just fun. And if you're into the Warhammer lore, or you like that style of game, like it'll keep you going. Another to match Faraj, I've been continuing The Witcher 3 again. That game I've been playing for so long, and I never really work on the story because I never want it to end. Like I'm at a point where I just do so many side missions in Gwent, where wherever the level I'm supposed to be at for the missions, I'm double it. Like that's how I just go around and do a bunch of different things. I'll do every little thing. It's just one of those games like I never want it to end, but I think I'm trying to like finish it now. So I recently jumped back into it. I'm still deciding on my winter fall game I want to revisit or play. I'm thinking either go retro or play modded Skyrim. I'm not really sure yet. Or play vanilla Skyrim, one of those two.
What's making you want to go retro?
Vanilla. Don't do vanilla Skyrim.
Because I've never finished vanilla Skyrim. I just only played it just to mess around. Like I'm the type where like I like to experience
Skyrim
both.
And finish the game.
I don't know. Like sometimes, like I feel like I'm the type where I like to play it the way it's intended, and then like revisit it in my own way. But Skyrim is such a huge monster. Like I don't know if I have the longevity to play both. So
you can you can mod it for like some quality of life stuff and like
I've heard of that
texture packs and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to modify the entire. Like you don't have to revamp the entire gameplay. Right?
Yeah, I haven't even decided yet, to be honest. It's either that or
like 300 plus mod lists.
Or do Kingdom Hearts series all over again.
Don't do Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah,
please
that's
do not waste your
series.
freaking time.
You know what, dude? Come on,
Abdul
man!
Got so
like
burnt by Kingdom Hearts 3.
Listen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Look. I'll understand. I never finished.
Killed every love I had for Kingdom Hearts. 3 killed everything. Like, it's just
3's not that great. But okay, I know.
Not
I didn't
that
finish
great,
it,
bro. It is utter trash.
Okay,
like
we're derailing.
this is
I
a
played
throwback
Birth
to
by
our
Sleep,
older
and I was like, this
MG episodes.
like Kingdom Hearts is amazing. It was like the best thing ever. Birth by Sleep was like probably my top Kingdom Hearts game.
I've only played the main line 1 and 2.
Oh my god,
and
you
3.
have to play Borderlands. If you don't have a PSP,
I can
you
mod.
can
I have
borrow my
PSP.
PSP.
I have PSPs. Like I can play on Steam Deck emulated.
There's
I
always
know,
different ways to
First
get
Light is
it.
Yeah,
amazing.
there's not.
Then 3 came out, and I was like,
I have it physically. I bought it physically.
When you play Birth by Sleep, and then you go to Kingdom Hearts 3, you're like, this is trash. This is actual garbage.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
yeah.
we got news to get to.
Yeah, and then I've been jumping back into VR a little bit, just dabbling here and there. That's all. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Let's get to the news. I really want to get to the news because I think we have, at least I have some interesting bits to talk about. There's 2 points we want to cover today. One of the Game Pass price increase, and then the EA going private. And let's start with Game Pass.
Okay.
Dude,
so both of you have Game Pass, right?
Price increase. Yeah, I got the thing where like you get a couple years because you had like whatever, and I think I'm still running on that. Mine actually is supposed to expire next year.
Okay.
I will probably not be renewing. I'll be honest, because I don't feel like I use Game Pass enough to warrant $30 a month, which is ridiculous. A 50% price
Absolutely
increase.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. What do you guys feel?
So, what got hit with the price increase? Was it just Ultimate, or was it all the tiers?
Oh, so Ultimate got increased. The PC Game Pass also got increased.
But the other two weren't as significant.
Yeah.
How much is core if you just want to play online on an Xbox? Like what used to be called Xbox Live Gold.
So that one would be the middle tier because the bottom tier is only PC, right?
No, because there's
Game Pass
there's
Essential, which is tells PC, console, and access. That's
so they changed it. Okay.
So Essentials, basically everything gets you all of them now. Like you get, like you're not locked into just console with any of the Game Pass.
But it's only 50 plus games, and it's not day one releases.
Game Pass Essentials now is $10 a month. It gets you 50 games for across whatever you want to play. Then you have Game Pass Premium, which is $15 a month. That gets you 200 titles across all whatever you want to play with.
Still not day one for COD.
Yeah, still not day one for COD. And then Ultimate is
or any Xbox games.
No guarantee.
No guarantee. Yeah. So Ultimate is the one that gets you access to pretty much everything. That's $30 a month.
But you do get V-Bucks now. Yippee.
Yeah, there's like a Fortnite plus thing now. You also get Ubisoft Plus Classics, not the casuals.
You still get EA Play.
You still get EA Play, the basic tier. And then the PC Game Pass is just PC specific games and day one titles for Xbox.
There's also another aspect, the cloud gaming. They started locking it where now you get priority depending on which tier you're at.
Yeah.
They did that now. And it's not shocking. I knew this day would come.
So most people I know have been on the Ultimate tier.
I think everyone has.
Yeah,
unless you're on
PC. On the Ultimate tier. Some people I know had the PC pass only. But
that's how I got started because when it was in beta, it was like $5 a month.
Yeah. Just to retro to like I guess think about it. When Game Pass first launched, Ultimate used to be $10 a month. And now
and that was last time I remember it was $10 a month was during COVID.
Yeah.
So
that's how everything got everybody
5 years. In a span of 5 years, even during COVID, it was dead. Like I remember, I would go around and tell people, "Hey, go buy these Xbox Live codes, and just reload it."
Yeah.
And then even when they stopped that, they you could go to third-party sites
and still get
like CD Keys or whatever and get them for super cheap. So I always loaded up for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I always end up paying like almost nothing, like $5 a month, $6 a month still.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a little ridiculous. Like to even do that.
Now, kind of not really a topic about how the cost of it is, but more so maybe about the value. But for gamers like the three of us that hoard and collect huge backlogs, does something like Game Pass make sense? Especially when we want to go back to the games that are in our backlog?
It's starting to make less sense for me. Because with the little amount of time that I have, I just want to go to my Steam library, things that I've already bought, and I had so many games that I need to finish. sometimes like my brother's like, "Why did you buy this game? We have it on Game Pass," because me and my little brother share Game Pass. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I have Game Pass." So yeah, I don't know. It's not starting to make sense for me anymore to have it.
I would only use it for the games I didn't want to pay for, and I was really excited to actually use it because of Black Ops 6. I was like, I'm not gonna buy this game.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like it kind of, even for me, like I would use it for games like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like these multiplayer games you can play with your friends that you guys don't want to commit money, you just want to use it for multiple different reasons. Like at $360, because most people are gonna, like, to be honest, they're gonna be getting it for COD and like sports games and whatever. And if you're not gonna be getting it when it releases, well, what the heck's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
And you have to, like, even it's a matter of like, the cost does factor in, because if you're buying into the Xbox ecosystem or the ecosystem itself, $360 a year to, if I can pay $60 to $70 for the game on launch, or spend $360 a year for games to come in and out, and buy an Xbox, the lowest Xbox Series S, which is probably not going to be able to run everything. Let's just say you're doing that. You're talking about $760 buy-in with a reoccurrence of $360 a year for the next 5-7 years of that generation ongoing. That's insane. That's like, you can build a PC and buy games on top of that. Like, why are you doing this? And I feel like they were trying to make it more accessible to everyone. And I don't know if you guys remember when the whole Xbox Live cancellation thing started a few years ago, about the free games monthly, or they raised the price or something, and people lost it. And after that weekend, they reversed it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is very reminiscent. And it just feels like they're just, not only, even if it made sense, they definitely make it feel like, even though I'm like a huge Xbox fan, they make me feel like I'm stupid. Like, oh yeah, you guys are gonna get all this stuff, but most stuff you already had was already there. Like EA Play, no one cares about Ubisoft. Like what are you giving me? Like
Ubisoft by the way, classics only.
Yeah,
so
it's not even.
Don't play like the first Assassin's Creed.
And Assassin's Creed, I don't need it on Game Pass. I wait like a year or 6 months.
Most of us have Assassin's Creed on Steam,
and none of the
been
games
given
are
away
fun.
by. It's been pretty sure we have it on freaking.
They're not even that fun anymore. So like, what am I getting out of
aged as well?
Fortnite? Like, what is this? If they were trying to make these deals, like, I would have been like, it would have been better. Like, hey, you can start adding these things to your Ultimate versus $30 a month.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's very concerning. Two console price increases, and this is very concerning.
Yeah, and
it was 2 console price increases over what, a period of 4 months?
6 months.
6 months.
I think even less, but 6 months.
The console prices, like, that's just Xbox.
I have to say, I made money off of that. I can't complain, but I made money off of that. 2023, no one was buying Series X's, and Best Buy and Amazon were dropping the price of the Series X, and Amazon dropped it even more. Best Buy dropped it to $400, and then Amazon did $350. So I price matched it at Best Buy for $350. I bought a Series X for $350. I just sold mine. I held on for a few years. I'm like, okay, because I thought the disc version was going to disappear because they announced the Galaxy version. I was like, the disc is what everyone's going to want. I know how Xbox is going to operate. They're going to get rid of this thing. And I'll hold it, keep it sealed, resell it later. Alhamdulillah, I made a good amount of money. I resold it recently because a lot of people buy these consoles and sell them overseas.
They don't resell them here. Who's buying Series X anymore? Like,
yeah. Or it was I did it on the second increase, right before the second increase. So they already increased for a bit, and people were still looking for them. So I started getting a lot of hits on Facebook for it. Because people were like, "Oh, I want to buy it now before it goes up again."
Gotcha.
So yeah, there was this Arab dude that was selling it overseas, I think.
Okay.
So I was doing that during COVID too, so that's how I had an idea. People sell it overseas. Alhamdulillah, so I can't complain. But yeah, it's very concerning.
It's dumb. And then also, can we talk about the Rogue Ally prices?
Wait, before we get to that, one thing I wanted to wait, hold on. That's $1,000 gorilla we're gonna hit in a minute.
I'm not gonna lie, I did look at it and the Lenovo, but I just couldn't justify it, man.
Wait, hold on. One thing I want to say though, because one thing I wanted to point back to Mohammad was when you mentioned the previous time they tried to increase the price
Or
and
they did
then
something with Xbox Live, something. I
no,
remember
I
they were
think
changing.
yeah, it was like they were trying to increase it. They were basically trying to double the price from like
Yeah,
$60 a month to $120 a month, and that
something.
was when they still had
A
Game
year, I
Pass.
think. A year. You mean a year?
A year, yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you said a month.
$60 a year. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
I meant
yeah.
to say a year. The big difference I want to point out is back then, Microsoft did not own Activision and didn't have the cash
Yeah,
cow that's
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to be Call of Duty. Now there is Call of Duty under
Yeah.
which you can get through day one in Game Pass. There was a statistic released that 85 or 86% of purchases of Call of Duty were from PlayStation.
Damn.
Because a majority of them already had Game
100%.
Pass or signed up for Game Pass just to get
You
it.
got it through
So
Game
they
Pass.
lost a
Yeah.
lot of money for sales on Call of Duty just because of Game Pass.
Yeah.
So that's why it's almost like they're trying to de-incentivize Game Pass just so they could make the Call of Duty money.
What I think they're
I don't
trying to
think so.
do, it feels like
disagree.
it almost felt like they're trying to force people out of consoles and just go mobile cloud. But that doesn't make sense. Like
That doesn't make
none
I
of
think
this
they're
makes
going
sense.
all in. I think they're trying to pace their bets on people not canceling, and just hey, Game Pass is their.
I wonder how that worked out.
I think they're just gonna they're gonna focus on Game Pass, price everything out because you're pricing out your consoles. Like people aren't buying them anymore because they're too expensive.
Right.
Unless you're, I guess.
But the thing is, so many people cancel their. The thing is, so many people cancel their Game Pass.
I don't think it's gonna be enough. I really don't think it's gonna be.
I don't think it's as much as you think, but yeah, people did cancel, but not as much.
I mean, it's enough to crash the website.
It slowed down.
I was trying to add key while everyone was canceling. Well, that's why I was so as slow as the slowdown.
It was reported as a slowdown.
Yeah.
But, and Game Pass also has had detrimental effects on the value of publishing on Xbox. Right, that's been like a study as well. But yeah, Xbox is a huge mess right now, and there's hints of it, and I think they hinted as well. Some of the executives, whenever they talk about it, they say like they don't say, "Oh, Xbox is the best place to get your gaming now." They say Windows 11 is like the best place to get the gaming. Your gaming craves in. So they're shifting their narratives. I think they want to revamp the Xbox brand to something else, and then Game Pass everywhere. I think that's their goal. That's my guess.
That's been their goal, but it just seems like this was too rushed. Like a price increase would make sense if you said, "Hey, this is the new generation of Xbox, and it looks totally different." You had some time with the ROG Ally, right? You introduced this new console that, hey, now you can do cloud gaming, where it's a very cheap option. You can play literally everything. Or if you want a super powerhouse, whatever, and then you pick your choosing and do whatever the heck you want. That's when you start doing all these price increases. I just feel like this is more of like a knee-jerk reaction with the cost of everything. And I think they've bought all these studios in the last 5 years, starting with like ZeniMax, all these other studios, like, and there's so many other projects that they announced that they even canceled, like the whole Perfect Dark game that everyone was excited for. That looked amazing.
One was,
and we still haven't seen anything about Fable, which everyone's still concerned about. And now there's even talks of Forza Motorsport taking a backseat and only focusing on Horizon only now on, because the sim racing is not as big for them. They kind of lost that, even though it was really good. I love Forza. So you're starting to see, I feel like this is a knee-jerk reaction for cost, and especially this whole Activision deal. Like, I think they're starting to feel it, and Black Ops 7 doesn't look too hot. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like a mess, but Halo, there's some new stuff coming out in the next few weeks. I'll be at the event, but seeing all this even makes me concerned about Halo. But you only had one good thing was Gears Reloaded and Oblivion. There's no new sites of a new Fallout, Skyrim's Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 6. No one knows about anything yet. It's kind of it's rocky. Like they put themselves on a rock. They were doing pretty well, and then they just shot themselves in the foot again.
Yeah,
they keep doing that. So I don't know.
Yeah, like you said, I think the best way to sum it up is it doesn't make sense. And speaking of things that don't make sense, as you guys are about to get to, the Rogue Ally, the Xbox Rogue Ally.
We talked about it here before.
Yeah. So the Xbox Rogue Ally X is supposed to cost
$1,000.
Yes. That's for the Z2 Extreme. There's a $600 version.
There's a $600, $600 one,
Z2.
and then the $1,000 one. Neither of those prices make sense.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
especially
And-
even for a Z2 Extreme, which isn't, from what I hear, is not that much.
10%, I believe.
Yeah,
10%
like you
max.
might get 4 or 5 extra frames per second.
But to be fair, the issue is like the drivers, like as the drivers become, like, this is new chipset, they update and everything. You'll start seeing more than a 10% increase, but
maybe,
you know, what do you get? 15% over time, maybe. And it's not. It kind of sucks because it's not same whatever screen, and the whole Xbox launcher is not exclusive to that handheld. So now people even got it on different handhelds that work.
It's
so
a
you start
timed
scratching your
exclusive,
head.
right? It's
no,
for
it's not.
now.
They're gonna roll it out, but people are able to get it anyways. You could force it through the Windows Insider program, Xbox Insider program.
Oh, just have to get Insider, and
yeah,
you
just have to do it.
You need to have Windows 11, right? Can you even do it on?
Yeah, Windows 11. Most of those, those
Okay.
things already have, I think, Windows 11 preloaded, but I think they'll be rolling it out sooner than before.
Okay,
and people expect it. Just you scratch your head like, what's the point of this? Even the Lenovo Legion Go 2, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
From that whole announcement, the only thing that I was excited for was the new Xbox interface.
Yeah,
you know, where it's a lot more controller friendly and everything, because that's why I love the Steam Deck, because it's such a controller friendly interface, and that's what I want on a PC.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
It's an interesting time because PlayStation's not, PlayStation just released a cutback version of their consoles. They're just doing it a different way, and it's a little bit more quiet.
Yeah, basically releasing.
They're also increasing
with
prices,
the worst.
They already did.
Yeah,
they already did.
They did once right after Xbox. Like a few weeks. They said, "Hey, we're going to be doing it too," but no one really said anything, and then they did it.
Right.
Yeah, because people are like, okay, you still get a value out of a PlayStation if you buy it. Like, why is
Xbox
you do.
Yeah,
marking theirs up when there's no value?
But that's what's interesting is PlayStation Now, right? That's what it's called. You get PlayStation Plus. Sorry, the PlayStation is the old one. Yeah. I loaded up on those for like a long time. They're super cheap, but now that even looks like a better deal than Game Pass. You get monthly games. You get games from other publishers. You get retro games, right? I mean, it may not be a crazy. You might still have to buy some of the other games that are not on there, but in terms of value in ecosystem, it's like they just lobbed it to PlayStation. Like, there you go.
To me personally, I don't think it's still that great of a value because you're not getting all the first party. Yeah,
but you have to look at the regular gamer, or parent or grandparent or who's going to buy for the holidays and stuff. Like, this was the worst timing. Worst timing, but I don't think not every parent is going to be informed or in tuned
with
about the prices and what the heck.
Yeah, they're gonna look at it. Oh, my kid needs a new console, Xbox. Okay, I'm kind of familiar.
I should say there was one parent that asked me like, "Oh, hey, I just got a PS5. What do I need to do for this?" And I told him a little bit about PS Plus and of the tiers that he could look at, and I thought maybe he might just need the most basic one because his kids play online. And then I told him about the highest one. I think it's Extreme or
Premium.
I don't know. There's
PlayStation Plus Premium. Yeah, there's Essentials and Premium. Yeah,
Essentials Premium. There's one more in the middle, Pro, I think.
So maybe some of that.
Yeah, the whatever the highest tier is. I told him, oh yeah, that also comes with PS2 games, and that's what intrigued him. Is like, ooh, PS2 and PS1 games. I might get that for myself because I missed that era of gaming.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I feel like that quick excitement dies off and people just cancel a subscription. Like, I don't, in the era of subs, like, that's the most expensive subscription for entertainment, right? It's more than Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think we beat that up enough.
Yeah.
Not enough, but yeah.
Not enough. We can always talk more.
For within the time limits of our
podcast. Yeah.
Let's talk about electronic. EA.
So who here is like enjoys games that comes out of EA?
Recently or in general? Or
just in general over time recently, whatever you want to talk about.
Mixed. I have enjoyed Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, games, Jedi Survivor, and
I kind of hate what they've done with Star Wars in general because they had that 10-year exclusivity deal to make Star Wars games,
and they did absolutely nothing with it, except for these two.
I would say one.
2 ended up being actually a good game for all of its hate that it got at launch. rightfully so. If you were to play right now,
Yes.
Battlefront 2 is actually a good
And
it's
what's good, it
actually
became good
like,
when it was $10.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, or
Yeah,
given
that's
out for free on
like
the Epic Game Store.
yeah,
it's a
or
good
got
game.
for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done really crappy with the licensing.
Mhm.
They've canceled like so many games. They've fumbled so many studios.
They've
Like
closed so many studios. Yeah,
closed so
like
many studios.
Westwood is no more.
I really
What's it? Dead
enjoyed The
Space
Sims.
3?
Like The Sims was like something I used to play a lot.
Mhm.
And they closed Maxis down. Sim City, all time favorite city builder, absolutely destroyed that. No, like
Yeah,
like now we have City
with that
Skylines, which
whole
is
yeah.
fine, but yeah, there's just been so many misses from EA. At the same time, they do put out some bangers from like their some of their indie labels. Like you had Unravel and Unravel
Mhm.
2 classics.
Yeah.
You can play that with your kids and they'll have enjoy it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
What's
So
the
EA
other
games like
one?
games too.
Takes Two was a lot of fun.
Yeah, It
Takes
Takes
Second
Two,
Life.
Two,
exactly.
The
Split
Prisoner
Fiction,
one. The Prisoner one was
A
fun.
Way Out,
The
Yeah,
Way Out. Yeah, and
yeah,
then they just released what
and
Split
then
Fiction is still with them?
Split
Yeah,
Fiction.
Split
yeah.
Fiction, and then you have
I wouldn't
whatever.
give them credit. They stumbled on a gold mine right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give them credit.
that's all Joseph Ferris
Yeah, like
watches
I would just say
Legendary
they
Game
just struck
Awards
a
Again, they
videos.
deal
got
and they got
they
lucky.
bought him, right? Like, so I don't know. Somebody somewhere
They
made a
bought
good
the
decision.
studio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone made a good decision, and then you have whatever the heck BioWare is and the garbage they put out.
Oh man,
I was reading through it because
sadly.
and we'll talk about this a little bit. Just like the history of BioWare, since like they've been bought by EA, they put out Andromeda, which everybody hated. I thought it was okay. It wasn't as terrible. I don't feel like it got it got too much hate for some of its mechanical things. Like, but
And day
overall, I
one
thought it
bugs.
was. I would give it like a good 6.5, 7 out of 10. I didn't think it was
which
horrible,
isn't crazy.
which
but
isn't,
Yeah,
but
it's not
but
a
it
horrible
wasn't, but it
game.
wasn't made by the main BioWare team. It was made by
Right.
most of the whole team,
sad.
all the whole team is gone anyways.
Or
Yes.
we're working on Anthem.
So no, yeah, at that point,
Oh
they
my
were
God,
working on
Anthem.
Anthem. We forgot. That's what I was gonna bring up. You forgot about Anthem. The main team was working on Anthem, while the B team was working on Andromeda, and they released Andromeda, and then Anthem was this garbage that they dumped.
Dude, I saw a video recently. A guy, like, I love watching retrospectives. He revisited Anthem. He's like, I'm playing this game right now. I was like, this was such an amazing game
Concept?
that they missed.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just
It's like-
ruined it.
exactly.
And you know what I just remember? He made me remember Titanfall.
Yes,
And they canceled Titanfall 3.
yes.
Oh man.
They
Titanfall
canceled
2 was so
So good.
fun.
So good. Titanfall,
So good, dude. Like,
some of the best, like
They released it
Decade,
on the
like,
same day
you
as
know.
Battlefield 1. Was that why Titanfall didn't do as well sales wise?
I forgot why Titanfall 2 didn't do great. It was
Yeah.
okay.
I
It
want to
wasn't
say it was like
amazing.
literally
that was
yeah.
like the era where microtransactions were booming. And then, because it was like, what, Titanfall 2 was like, what, 2013?
2018
No.
or 17.
24. I remember playing in 2014. No?
Titanfall 2 was 2016.
Titanfall 2.
2016. Damn, okay.
Dang,
Yeah.
bro.
2016. That was like the era of, like, FIFA was booming for them like crazy with
man.
microtransactions. Like, people were making YouTube videos. Like, there was a lot of these YouTubers that you see, especially in the UK, that are doing other stuff now, start off with just FIFA, like opening packs and everything.
Yeah.
Now, like, the Sidemen and all these other guys, KSI, all those,
Yeah.
those guys were only FIFA
Yeah.
opening packs. That's how they started. So they were making money off of that stuff, and I feel like they were probably just focused on, like, okay, revenue to
Where's
whatever.
that?
Like,
Yeah.
oh, FIFA, yeah, Titanfall's not doing
Battlefield.
anything for us.
So, yeah, EA mixed history. They've had they've had a lot of misses, some good successes, and a lot of hate. I mean, they've had, I think at one point they got 2 years in a row they were voted like the most evil company in the world or something.
Yeah.
Beating out like Bank of America, which I was like, all right, guys, like,
Yeesh.
Yeah.
it's
Or other companies that
I don't
literally use
know
child
if they
labor.
see Bank of America is the most evil company in the world, but list, they just got bought out by private equity, and specifically, it was a couple different firms that had their hands into it, but the majority came from the Saudi Arabian.
It's literally like the private equity
what's it
belonging to
called?
the royal family.
The Saudi
It's a lot of their
Arabia's
funding.
public investment fund. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that because that has been getting a lot of buzz.
I'm not surprised, to be honest, that they would choose EA out of everyone. It's not that surprising, mainly because of the FIFA, and you could see Saudi always pushing esports on their end, and especially they were trying to build that whole esports world or cyber world. I don't know if you guys remember that recently. If you look it up, in my last run of applications, I was applying to jobs like that. There was like a overall company that builds a lot of like construction and everything, and they have like a subsidiary of entertainment and esports, and this whole cyber like IRL world that they're trying to build with like big time streamers.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So this is not very surprising in terms of them buying a big developer or company like that, even though it's not successful, but in terms of like money and FIFA and microtransactions, everything, it's not that surprising that they chose EA out of everyone.
What's been interesting to me, it's not surprising. The buy isn't a surprise for me for like a Saudi perspective. What's been very interesting for me as a Muslim, seeing the discourse in like Reddit and other spaces around like, oh no, Muslim own like now Muslims own this giant publishing company, and they're like, oh, Saudi's evil, and like they don't believe in rights, and they're gonna get rid of all the LGBTQ employees, and they hate women, and so now none of these games are gonna have women. And like the amount of racism, straight up racism that's coming out of these people's mouths for like, dude, I'm not a fan of Saudi Arabia. Like they've done horrible things to Muslims. They've done horrible things for the Muslims at large, to countries. They bomb Yemen on a daily basis. Like they're an absolutely horrific empire that like should not exist. And sadly, unfortunately, they have a lot of control and power over the Muslim Ummah. But dude, the hatred that these people have, and it's so surprising, I think as I reflect on it,
So I'm surprised that I haven't come across as much of that discourse or rhetoric.
Oh, really?
Of
it being Reddit as heavily as I am.
I'm on Reddit every day. I don't know. Maybe if
YouTube.
It's just
YouTube
the main ones I get are just like, oh, they're gonna go after the game journalists, or referring back to what happened to Jamal Khashoggi, where he was basically executed by the Saudi government, and they try to cover it up and everything. That's been mainly the one that comes up for me, but I can see people saying stuff like, oh yeah, they'll go or downright racist, I guess, but I just haven't come across it myself, surprisingly. I don't know why.
There was a statement from like a BioWare, I don't know if it was an executive or an employee, they were like, oh yeah, we're just waiting for them to access because we do all of the LGBTQ games. And it's like, dude, they're gonna ask you because you're a freaking terrible company and you make crappy games.
What's
but
so
not because
interesting,
you make LGBTQ stuff.
In the last year, because of like our social political situation in the US, since the whole left right thing, and now it's switching, and now people are more outwardly vocal, more right, and whatever it is, I don't really care. But now you saw it go into video games where people are now deep analyzing the success of games and companies because they went to LGBT or to women empowerment, and people are sick and tired of it, right? And you started seeing like games suffer from that, where the main focus, like the whole, what was it? That company, the consulting company,
Sweet Baby Inc.
Sweet Baby Inc. We saw the crash of Concord. We start seeing how much they influence, and people were upset about it. Now you have, I'm with you on that too. Like I'm not crazy about Saudi. But the interesting part people don't know about the Saudi government, especially MBS, like he's very westernized. Like and he's in cahoots in terms of investment with that dude, the what's his name?
Jared Kushner,
who also invests with Israel. Like like people are so uneducated about it, and they just can't handle the fact that a Muslim or a brownie or whatever like can own an American company. But at the same time, we're seeing censorship from Israel on TikTok, one of the most popular, like the contradictory rhetoric in this country is insane. And on YouTube, one guy I watch a lot and I love his stuff, he literally said, we just gave EA to the people that did 9/11. I was like,
Right.
first of all, they didn't do 9/11. Like,
Yeah.
the guy was just part of the Saudi royal family, which he was
Right.
a whole different thing. He was with the
Right.
CIA in regardless. Now, dude, this is so it's so
It's
like
insane.
annoying.
It's,
That they just can't handle a Muslim doing it. And like, I'm not expecting Saudi to pop out a bunch of games and it's gonna be a bangers and everything. They're just looking for money. Like,
they're looking for money. They're like, oh, we see
that's
FIFA.
all it is.
They're looking at FIFA money, and they're like, yo, we want the money.
They just they're trying to break away from just oil. They have been. They've been investing into tech like crazy. They own part of Nintendo. They own a lot. Like, they own a part of a lot of video games. They're just a complete buyout. They don't care. They just want to make money. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They'll just censor it in their country, like Spider-Man, all other games. They don't care. They'll do whatever you want and just get money from you. That's it.
I think along with the money as well, there's also a part of that, I guess you could say, social or cultural capital that they could put maybe a little bit of that influence to basically say, kind of put themselves out to be, hey, we're investing in stuff that's good and stuff that you're enjoying. Like, that, because that's been their messaging mainly with Formula One, where the Jeddah is literally hosting a race every year on a street circuit. So yeah, there's definitely that I think is a huge motivation of why they're investing in stuff like this, especially outside of oil.
But you remember when the whole Qatar World Cup thing, people were so upset when the people went there. They had a whole different perspective.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just want to say, like, how many times does the Western world have to like go through this lesson? Like, like, guys, like, come on, like, and it just very concerning, like, for the future generations, and it's a good lesson for all of us to like look at. As Muslims, like, when you go into a whole business, you're gonna have that type of resistance, and people, just because you're Muslim, they don't want you to be a part of it, no matter what. Like, just can't handle it. So, like, as a lesson for us, if we were ever to do something on a small scale, large scale, whatever, to look at it as an example and how we handle things. Like, it's just, you're gonna face it no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think also
and they'll love us later. That's all good.
Right.
It just goes to show like how much of the racist rhetoric that has been so prolific through all of Western media against Muslims has just seeped into the minds of so many, right? And that's just the battle that we have to fight. And it just makes it more like you think about like, oh man, we've made so much progress, like we're in like a better place, and then something like this happens, you're like, yeah, no, we got a long way to go.
But it's interesting to see where China is making a lot more games for the West that people are buying up like crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, China doesn't agree with everything social here, because if you look at, they're a lot more racist than people think. Because when the whole Black Panther movie came out, remember the posters that Disney did for it to be acceptable? They covered Chad's face. Yeah. So like, if you look, people started like deep diving like every Disney movie poster in China versus here, because over there they're not very fond of dark skinned people.
I mean, they literally have detergent commercials where they show
you saw that?
A black person going into a washing machine and pull it out as a light-skinned Chinese person.
I'm just like, do you guys, it's so funny. And I feel like maybe for us, we just see it and it's like a small population that's like outwardly spoken. Most people don't care. I saw a funny couple memes. Someone said, oh, when you launch FIFA or something and it just plays the Arab Money song after the EA versus EA games challenge everything. I thought that was pretty funny. Like,
that's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's interesting to see.
Yeah,
the contradictory rhetoric. That's all.
Yeah. Like, even going back to the whole China thing, the guy behind Black Myth Wukong, the head of the studio or whatever, he said some crazy stuff after the game came out about I don't know, it was just weird. I'm trying to recall because we talked about it on one of the previous episodes.
I remember that, but I can't remember if it was a translation issue or I don't remember what. I remember someone said it could be a translation, but I didn't really look too deep into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible it could be a translation issue, but you can only like mistranslate.
Yeah, there's only so much. Yeah.
that you could leave it as, okay, maybe it's a little bit of that got lost in translation. But one thing I will say is, it is, I think not some, but a good amount of the criticism against the Saudi, against this whole move by the Saudi investment, I think is valid, especially with the human rights violations that they've committed. But at the same time, it can't be seen as they're the only ones committing it. They are committing it, yes.
Yeah.
And we know a lot more about it, especially as me from an Indian background. Many people from my background get brought there with the promise of a better life, and
basically.
as slaves, literally. They're promised, they're promised lives of prosperity, but are brought in as slaves, literally withheld with their passports, and have to live long lives and suffer, and in some cases even die on the job. But that alone doesn't make them the only bad guy.
Yeah.
In a sense, like,
And
you could say, like, even with the whole like Riyadh Comedy Festival, people are like, oh, how could people do this in Saudi Arabia? How could these comedians sell out? Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, what about comedians doing their performances in the US?
Yeah,
especially right now.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see, because there's a whole political thing. Like, the world is changing, and America is no longer the superpower or the center of the world of entertainment or anything. Everyone sees the opportunity, every country, and they're going after that pie.
China's taking
China, Japan, like Indonesia, like Malaysia, Indonesia, or Singapore? No, Singapore is doing stuff. Like, every country with
China's
money is going after it, and it's I mean, it's rightfully so. And for the most part, based off what I hear in terms of entertainment and Saudi investing, they're pretty hands off for the most part, which people don't know either. But that could change at any moment. But I just don't know, because it is not just the Saudi government investing in like the royalty. It's like it's like a public fund, like public investment fund. How much? Who has, like, I wonder who has the final say for certain things? Like, is it like a veto power, and everyone's just kind of just there with a piece of a pie, or that would be interesting to see.
So when acquisitions work, like how much money you've put in is how many shares of it you get. So
yeah, but this is the Saudi government. They don't believe in
whichever...
democracy. They're backwards camel people, right? Hey, I'm Arab. I can say it. I'll say it. There doesn't 10 people. They don't believe in democracy, right? That's what they said on Reddit. I don't know.
Too funny.
I just know MBS plays Fortnite, bro. That's all I know. He says I love Fortnite. Like, I saw a video of. I don't know, man. I might disappear after this podcast.
Just don't go to the embassy, bro. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that's it.
I did. I'm good. I just can't do Hajj anymore.
Legit.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think nothing major is going to come in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Not restrictions, but like censorship.
Like censorship.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And
like Jared Kushner's part of it and the whole thing. I don't think.
I feel like there's going to be more push towards, okay, how do we milk this out to make even more money?
And
that's all it is.
I think we're gonna hear more of this as soon, especially when BioWare gets canned, because I think that's just a ticking time bomb at this point. Is when you get bought out by private equity, they just look at numbers and they cut whatever they can, because they're
the next day they were talking about AI.
Yeah.
Replacing everyone, replacing jobs at least.
They're purely from a number perspective. They're like, all right, what are we cutting? What's the fat? We want to be as lean as possible and make the most money as quick as possible. That's the entire reason private equity exists. They're like taking leech on society.
I definitely think that they'll try to get the FIFA title back versus SC football or whatever.
That'd be interesting to see.
Might. I think they would, because they'll pay up the money for the name, and then FIFA loves Saudi, so.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm not understanding is, I know a lot of people, there's a few podcasts where I heard this. I know we're kind of running short on time. So there's like somehow through the sale, EA still has like $20 billion in debt that they have to pay. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. Because usually with some sort of acquisition, they buy the debt as well. But in this case, EA still has to pay that debt. So I'm not fully understanding the financials.
Everyone keeps going back to the Toys R Us example. Toys R Us went to the same thing, private equity, and they had a huge amount of debt, and that's what drove them out of business after the acquisition, because they couldn't pay back that debt.
It was Toys R Us.
I don't. Right? Yeah, it just goes to show too, like, they're still dealing with riba, and then
Mm-hmm.
like it's interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
listen,
all
buddy,
that money and you
just
still have
kidding.
$20 billion in debt is insane. Like you guys
No,
don't have extra 20
so
billion? Like,
how it works is like, private equity doesn't buy with money; they buy with debt. They're buying from other things they've already acquired as like collateral to buy this, and so now this company is taking that debt on. It's a very scummy like way of how private equity operates. Private equity is not buying with cash. Like they're buying with like the debt that they have from other places that's saying this is quote unquote the money that we have from other places that owe us, and we're transferring that to you because now we own you. It's so disgustingly scummy. If you ever look up private equity and how they buy things,
damn, I just played too many video games. My brain cells were burnt to understand. I can't understand that.
Same, yeah.
It's like I would never guess. Like
I only know this because my company got part of private equity recently, like last year, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, what the heck is this? Let me deep dive. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, dude. I
so
don't know
screwed.
what's gonna come of this, and it's not. I'm not too upset because EA hasn't really done anything significant. I only play the FIFAs once or twice every 2 years. 1 year, like
I haven't touched
I
FIFA
haven't
in
touched
so
FIFA in a
long.
long time.
That's it. Like it's just like I bring my Xbox because it would be on
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass the year before.
Mhm.
Take it to
And
my
it's not
in-laws'
like
house.
they don't change the gameplay.
They don't.
They
That's
know
literally all I've played from them. Like I don't.
Mhm.
it's just newer
There's not
teams.
much
Like
other than like
you know, maybe
It
Ronaldo's
Takes
gonna be on a
Two.
different team when you play on
Yeah,
they'll
except
still
like
play the same. I don't know.
yeah, I don't really see them doing anything much significant, and I could see it going pretty south.
They've stopped innovating on any sports games because they have a monopoly on it, and so they're just milking out things. Even Madden is like a huge example of just rehashing the same game with
2K, all that like
2K. Even
2K is 2K.
2K is just basically a gambling simulator at this point. They just
right, but 2K is, to be clear, it's a different publisher.
The franchise, like there's like all their sports games. They have their wrestling, they have their basketball, they have a bunch of other different 2K.
Yeah. But anyways,
yeah,
I think that's we're at almost at time, so I think we'll end it here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in on this podcast and us ranting about Electronic Arts. Game Pass.
Hopefully, I'll be on the next podcast. I don't know if I'll be around or not.
What we're playing on.
I don't know if they'll take me out. Or
Let's make dua that Mohammad makes it alive to the next one. And please catch us up.
Let's hope we don't hear from Mr. Bonesaw.
This is a joke, guys. This is a joke.
Leave a comment if you think he'll survive. Please catch us on whatever podcasting app that you choose. Catch us on socials, Muslim Gamers, and we'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.